my name is Mayari and welcome to my kitchen, my home. Today we are going to make a very simple seasonal salad. Even though it's a little gloomy today, spring has sprung. It's time to embrace the veggies, go for all the delicious produce and harvest that's gonna be out there. And I wanted to just share with you my salad that I make probably 2 or 3 times a week, especially when working from home. It's quick, it's easy, and it has all the things you need in there. So to start off with, if you're gonna make this with me as we're going along, you're gonna need a cutting board, and make sure you also have a wet piece of paper towel underneath so your cutting board doesn't slide all over the place. Knife safety first. Next, you're gonna need your knife. And for this salad in particular, you're gonna need a cucumber. Any kind is fine. This one is the long English cucumber. I have a red bell pepper, 2 Roma tomatoes, and some scallions. I love scallions. They add a little flavor and zest to everything. A lemon, and you're going to need a zester. This is a microplane. Any zester works. Salt, black pepper, olive oil, and some garbanzo beans. So garbanzo beans, aka chickpeas, they're super high in protein, they're delicious, and they can be flavored with anything. So today it's gonna be simple, clean, and we'll get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to chop up all of my veggies and put it to the side in this kind of bowl. So these veggies, the bell pepper, the tomato, the cucumber, they play really well together. And what I like to do is I like to cut them up so I have them later for the week and keep them just in a bowl. So that way, if I'm gonna toss them on top of a spinach salad or even a regular iceberg salad, I will just take them, scoop them, and toss them in there. So that's what we'll start with first. So first thing for kitchen protocol, relax, take a deep breath. Cooking is not that serious. It should be fun. It should just be a good time. Second thing is your knife, make sure it's sharp. I recommend, let me see if I have it here. I have this little thing that I got from Williams-Sonoma. It's a Black & Decker like sharpener. It's really easy, super safe. So all you'll need to do is just drag the knife into these 2 sides. So you always start off with that, because there's nothing worse than going to chop your vegetables and it's not cutting through. It's like embarrassing and it takes forever. And now you're hacking away at your veggies. All right, so first things first, there's 2 sides. There's a coarse and a fine side. I'm just gonna run it through the coarse side first, and then through the fine side. And that should be good. I sharpen it every time I use it, so it should be pretty good. And just gonna give it a wipe. All right. And the next thing is you want to have one of these bad boys on you so that you could just wipe your hands at a moment's notice. Or if you're going to go touch something hot, boom, hot thing right here. Third thing, fourth thing, I lost count. But you need a plastic bag or some kind of trash situation right under you. Because there's nothing worse than cutting your vegetables and you have this pile of vegetable scrap that you don't know what to do with, and it's just in your way. It's like ruining your flow. So just get a little plastic bag from wherever, hook it onto the nearest thing that fits, and just kind of secure it in there. So you can just go, and you're clean, all right? So first things first, I'm gonna take my bell pepper. Any bell pepper is fine. The more colors, the better. And this is just how I do it. I go straight down. This little thing pops out nice and easy. I come in, pop out the seeds in the middle, go right down, put this here. And I don't like these little white parts. I think they're just not aesthetic. So I just take them, I flatten out my pepper. I just go like that so it's pliable. I take the knife and I just run it just like that. You can save these if you're gonna make a salad dressing, or you could just toss them, it's up to you. But now you have like a nice clean slate to work through. So I'm going for kind of like a medium-ish dice. So the first thing I'll do is I cut strips, just like this. And when you're cutting, go hard down on the knife. Hiya! Hiya, you want to get that thing down, okay? Then all I do is slide it over. So I cut them the long way. I slide it here, 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 boom. Now we have these nice little medium-sized dice ready to go. And I toss them in my bowl. So we take it, and we're just gonna do the same thing now to both sides. So I'll take this here, and we're in. And again, same thing on this side. Just flatten it out, run the knife, take these little scraps, and we're good. Here, here. So we're here, and there. All right. Next, we're gonna go in with our tomatoes. So I like the Roma tomatoes for salads just because it's easy and you can just cut all the way through and there's less waste. But before I go on to that, these little end caps, it doesn't matter if they don't look like the other pieces. Just cut it in half, and I just go right down the middle as if I was doing it just how I was doing those other pieces. So then I take, and boom. They might be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We're not doing a Michelin kind of dish, right? We're at home. We're trying to make something delicious, something good. So don't be too particular with your with your cuts. We could do something more fancy another time, but we're just making salad. All right, so here is our tomatoes, but first things first, I'm gonna take this and toss it. Also, if you're a gardener, now you got all your pepper seeds, right? Okay, cool. So for the Roma tomato, I'm basically doing the same thing. I'm cutting vertical and then spinning it and then cutting horizontal. So we're here, here. And what I like to do is just kind of stack same size pieces to make it go a little quicker. So I just go down, down, and I like a good chunky tomato, so. And then boom, right in there. And then for these end pieces that are a little bit more rounded, it's a little bit harder to cut. So just flip them over on the more stable side. Don't try to cut them flesh side down. Sometimes when you do that, especially if your knife isn't sharp enough, the flesh side will kind of just start to like not work with your knife. And that's when you get all those like stringy tomato pieces. So I just flip it over and now it's nice and stable and we're cutting. Boom. Easy. Here, here. And I'm actually gonna save this other tomato for our homemade like Italian style dressing. So save this other tomato. We don't need it yet. We're gonna take that. And boom, here we go. Last, we have our cucumber. So again, kind of the same thing here. We're going, instead of going vertical first, we're gonna go horizontal and then go the other way, like Fruit Ninja. You guys remember that game, Fruit Ninja? I used to love that game. All right, so we're gonna cut the ends here. And then we're gonna go down the middle and just drag. Don't try to chop your way down, just take it and drag it all the way through. And then we'll go flesh side down, take it, drag. And then if you want it smaller, you could go here, take it, and drag again. Depends on what you like, right? I like kind of a chunky, hearty salad. So we're just sliding through. Take it. And I like these ones because it has these kind of like chunky, like triangle little shapes, a little bit different than the round cucumbers. So, you know, if you're looking for something aesthetic, you want to change up your shapes. Food is all about colors and shapes, right? So here, and same thing. Take it, drag. By the way, I just went to the Nicki Minaj concert. It was amazing. I love her. It was a fantastic time. Highly recommend. This is not a promo. But it was great, so I'm wearing my t-shirt because I was excited about it. All right, here we go. Through. And right in here. So like I said, this is nice and easy. You can have this. You can put this in anything. You can put it on top of pasta, a grain bowl, any kind of green leafy salad situation you want to do. It's ready to go. It's kind of like meal prepping hack. One thing though, you have to season your veggies. I know a lot of people don't do this, and that's why their salads are boring. You have to take at least a little pinch of salt and just give it some love. So here I just have my salt, my black pepper, red pepper flakes, and this is like a blend of chili powder, dark chili powder, paprika, which I don't know if you guys know, paprika is just red bell pepper that's been dried and like pulverized. So yeah, okay, anyways. So yeah, I just take a little bit of salt. It's gonna make some of the liquid come out, but that's good. Now you have a nice juicy salad, yeah? So here we are. And we're gonna set that to the side. Next thing we're gonna do is get our lemon ready and this tomato ready. This is gonna be for our salad dressing. And we're gonna use the lemon zest to season our garbanzo beans. So what you always have to do first is you need to zest your lemons first. You can't cut your lemon and then try to zest it. It's not gonna work out for you, okay? So I just come here, take a little plate, and this is a microplane, so it's gonna come out really, really fine. But just, you know, stable it, put it down on something, and just run it through. And that way, when we're building flavor in our dish, we have some kind of like echoing flavors. So we'll have some lemon zest in the garbanzo beans, and then we'll also have lemon in our salad dressing. And now you're like, oh, flavor bomb. Yes. Winning. Okay. All right. That's perfect. We're going to take that with us when we saute our garbanzo beans in a second. So I'll just put this here. So they're friends. I'm done with this, so there you go. And now you can cut your lemon. And we'll save that for our salad dressing. And we're going to take our tomato and just cut it in half so it fits in the blender later. Last step, clear your board. Take our ends, I'm not gonna use those, and some scallions. This is gonna be for our garnish. Scallions to me are amazing. They add the light onion flavor that like builds complexity and depth in your dish without committing to like the onion. You know, like the red onion, how you try to eat one of those at lunchtime and now you're reeking like red onion for the rest of the day. Yeah, so just swap out that red onion for green and you'll be much happier. So here I just cut off the ends, and as you're cutting, if you're cutting along with me, just you're holding like a bear claw. You want to hold that thing nice and stable, okay? Then you're gonna hold it, and as you're cutting, you're sliding your hand back. And so the closer you are, no matter, let's say you're cutting, right? And you're going like this, no matter how close you get, you're just at your knuckle if you're holding like a bear claw. If you're trying to hold your thing flat like this, you're gonna cut your finger. So please don't do that, okay? So here you go, here, here, and you just move it back. And then just push it up. And take your time. Now we have our gorgeous scallions that we will put on the top of our salad at the end. But for now, let's go cook up our garbanzo beans. All right, guys, so here we are. You're at your stovetop. First thing you wanna do is turn your burner on and put your pan on there. You want your pan hot, okay? Because if not, it's gonna take forever. And we're having a lunchtime snack, right? We're making lunch, so we wanna be in here, in and out. So I'm just taking some olive oil. Whatever oil you wanna use is good. Just a splash. Let it heat up. But yeah, all right, so your oil is hot. This is how you could tell your oil is hot. I don't know if you guys can see, but you see how easy it just glides over the entire bottom of the pan? If you're cooking and the oil is only kind of going to one area, it means it's not hot enough. So here, it's hot, it's ready to go. We're gonna add in these garbanzos. Oh yeah. I'm gonna take a little bit of salt, add it in there. There's some black pepper. Take your little situation. You can go like this. If you're feeling fancy. If you're not feeling fancy, the spoon is fine. And we want to just let this go probably for like 2 minutes. And we want it nice and hot. Sometimes you might see a little bit of the skins come off. That's okay. You don't need them. That's fine. Fun fact about garbanzo beans. So the water that they sit in is actually like a stabilizer. So if you're looking for an egg white replacement, you can use garbanzo beans. The water. It's called aquafaba. So yeah, if you're vegan and you're like, how am I supposed to have meringue? You can use aquafaba. Because, you know, sometimes you need to whip egg whites for like cakes or something like that. This is a way to make it a completely vegan cake. Or whatever else you're doing. So yeah, also a new discovery. All right, so we're keeping the seasoning simple today. I'm gonna add in the lemon zest now. All of it, because I like lemon zest. Oh, you hear the popping? That's how you know it's ready. And we're just gonna go one last time. Woo. And we're gonna wait until we can smell the lemon zest. Once we smell it, you can turn it off and bring it back over. Perfect. That's ready to go. Okay, so we're back. We've just finished making our chickpeas, our garbanzo beans. So now I'm going to show you how to make a very super simple Italian dressing. It's so easy. Of course, if you already have a salad dressing pre-made, then you can just skip this step, but I'll show you how to make it anyways. So here I have some olive oil. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Yeah, like that. And I'm gonna take those halves of tomato, that tomato I cut in half before, boom. I'm gonna take some oregano. I know you're like, oregano, what? It's an Italian dressing, trust me. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of salt. Again, we did season all of our layers. So before we add salt to this, taste this thing here. This is the most important step with cooking, is just making sure that it has enough salt, and it does. Perfect. So all you need is a pinch, literally just like that. Again, your black pepper. And if black pepper is like too much for you, just go for white pepper. It's literally same thing. It's just a little less spicy. This is kosher sea salt. This is my favorite one. I think it's the best. Highly recommend. And here I have some lemon. Doesn't look like there's any seeds, but you know how sneaky they are. There you go. I see one here. And another one. There it is. Trying to sneak in our salad dressing is gonna make it so bitter. Don't let those seeds in there. There you go. Now you're like, this is it? This is it. It's gonna be delicious. If you have your handy dandy ninja or whatever, shake it up a little bit. And we're just gonna hit puree. There we go. That's where I want it. And go ahead, taste it. It's light, it's lemony, it's olive oily. It's all the things that I like. So, final step. We have all our things. We're so happy for them. Serve yourself. Get your bowl or your plate or whatever it is that you're doing. I'm adding a base of regular store-bought garden salad blend. You can use whatever you want, right? This is just like an addition. So I'm just gonna take a little bit here. Like that. We're gonna take our gorgeous chickpeas and I'm just gonna put them kind of all in one area like this. All right. And now I'm gonna take the same thing. We're going in here like this, right on the other side. I'm gonna take the dressing first. So this is a nice thin dressing, just a little pew, 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 pew. And your scallions for your nice oniony flavor. And we're done. Here we are, lunch. Peace out. Okay, yeah. So thank you guys for making this salad with me. We'll be back next time with a more hearty lunch? I don't know. Something else. I haven't decided yet. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you have a great time cooking at home. Bye.